Welcome. In this video, we are going to study AC through pure inductance only. Here I drawn one figure. Here inductance denoted as L or L Henry. This much Henry this inductor has. And we applied a voltage V, that is denoted as V equal to Vm sin omega t, the expression. So after applying a voltage across an inductor, what will happen we are going to study. So whenever we are applying the voltage across inductor, a current will flow and AC current will flow through the inductor. So we are going to find the current expression. So then we can compare with voltage expression, then we can draw the vector diagram or phasor diagram and waveforms. Then we can find how much power is distributed in the or how much power dissipates in the inductor. So before that, we want to study about the characteristics of an inductor. Already in the last videos I explained what happens whenever a alternating current flows through the inductor. So alternating current is flows through the inductor. That means a varying current is flowing through the inductor. That inductor is a coil. Actually, inductor means a coil. That inductor produces magnetic flux around it. Here. Automatically happens, south pole and north pole and magnetic fluxes are produced in and around the inductor. So the same flux, the flux characteristics is whenever current is varying, the flux also varying. When current attains its zero value, flux becomes zero. When current is increases, flux also increases. When current reaches its maximum value, flux also getting its maximum value, like that. And then also the direction varies the current when the direction of the flux linkage also changes. So how much flux produced here, that much flux cuts the same conductor here. So that we know the Faraday's electromagnetic theory. So how much flux is produced, that much flux cuts the same conductor. So whenever the flux cuts the conductor, an EMF is induced in that conductor. Same happens here also. So EMF induced in the same coil, according to Lenz's law, the induced EMF in the same coil always oppose the supply voltage. Clear? So as it is, we are taken as a pure inductor. That means how much current is flows here, that much flux is produced. The produced complete flux cuts again the same conductor. So it produces the EMF that is equal to our supply voltage. So this type of induced EMF is called as self-induced EMF. So I am here writing the self-induced EMF. Self-induced EMF, EL, the L indicates inductor, is equal to how much inductance it has and the responsible, why it is produced, the responsible is goes to the current, changing current in the coil. So L di by dt I taken because the current is changing here, so that changing flux is produced, so that the changing flux is cuts the conductor. So changing flux cuts the conductor means EMF is produced. So the produced EMF is responsible is current. So we taken L into di by dt. Clear? Now it is very pure, so we are considered very pure. That means how much EMF is produced, that is equal to our supply voltage V. Clear? So we got one equation, that is L di by dt equal to our supply voltage V. And V, we know that V equal to Vm sin omega t. So I am replacing V equal to Vm sin omega t. Now in this equation I am going to find what is current. Clear? So we want what is the current is flowing here. We want the current expression. The current expression we are finding by this equation. So first of all I am taking the di by dt, I am keeping here d by dt here. So L with here, L is in the numerator. So here the equal sign. So when it goes to right hand side, so numerator goes to denominator. So Vm sin omega t divided by omega divided by L. numerator goes to denominator. Again we want the current only. This one is a differentiation format, so we want only current. So here differential format means taking integral it becomes I. So taking integral di by dt, or directly we can replace the dt here. So I am keeping di here, only di here. So dt denominator goes to numerator, so Vm by L sin omega t into dt. Now I am taking integral, so we will get clear picture. So integral of di is equal to I. That means we have to take integral both side. Take integral both side. Clear? We are taking integral right hand and left hand side, means we have to take integral of right and right side also. So integral of Vm by L sin omega t dt. With respect to t, we can take the integral. Now what happens means integral of di means I. So I equal to integral of Vm sin omega t by L into dt. Clear? Now we can integrate this equation here. So I equal to, here Vm by L is a constant, so we can take it outside. Vm by L is a outside constant, taking outside. Then integral of sin omega t with respect to dt we are going to integrate. Clear? So we know that integration of sin omega t, here omega is on constant, so integration of sin theta or sin omega t becomes minus cos omega t. So I am writing here. So I equal to Vm by L, integration this one we will get minus cos omega t divided by the constant omega. Clear? So now I am taking omega outside. So Vm by omega L into minus cos omega t. This is an expression for I. Now we want expression in terms of what we got in terms here v equal to Vm sin omega t. So we are going to convert the I also in terms of sinusoidal waveform. So now we are going to convert minus cos omega t into sine function. So how to convert means here minus omega t, we can convert this one into minus cos omega t equal to sine omega t minus 90 degree. Clear? So I am going to convert. So Vm by omega L, here minus cos omega goes to sine omega t minus 90 or pi by 2. 90 or pi by 2. Clear? So here again Vm by omega L. Omega L we discussed earlier. Omega L means this is a opposition offered to the flow of current by a inductor. It is called as inductive reactance, that is denoted by XL. So we already denoted XL equal to omega L. This much ohms. We already discussed some opposition offered to the flow of alternating current by a inductor. So XL equal to omega. So I am replacing here, instead of omega L I am replacing XL. Clear? This is a opposition offered to the flow of current. So any value under voltage by resistance. Voltage by resistance we know that is current. So Vm by XL, that is XL is measured by ohm. So voltage by ohm, voltage by resistance means it is a current. So here maximum voltage means we will get maximum current. So Vm by XL equal to Im. Clear? So I am replacing. So I equal to Im sin omega t minus 90. Clear? So expression for I equal to Im sin omega t minus 90. Now we got the current expression with respect to our voltage expression here, voltage expression is V equal to Vm sin omega t. Now we can compare two expressions. So here V equal to Vm sin omega t. Now current becomes I equal to Im sin omega t minus 90. This one also we discussed. Here angle and denoted by minus sign becomes lagging this much angle. So comparing voltage expression and current expression, we know that current is lagging voltage by 90 degree, or current is behind the voltage by 90 degree. Clear? So this very simple. Here omega t, here minus omega or minus 90. So angle is behind, so it is lagging. So now we can draw the phasor diagram with respect to two expression, and we can draw the waveform also. Clear? So I am going to draw the phasor diagram here. So V, I am taking V is a reference is V. So this is a V phasor, voltage phasor. Now current is lagging by minus 90. So minus comes when clockwise is minus, positive is anti-clockwise. So minus means this should be clockwise direction 90 degree. So clockwise direction 90 degree is a current. 90 degree is a phasor diagram. Voltage and current. Current is lagging voltage by 90 degree. Clear? Exactly 90 degree. It is lagging. Now we can draw the waveform also. I am drawing here the waveforms. This is a voltage waveform. Current is exactly 90 degree lagging condition. So current is exactly 90 degree, maximum happens at 90 degree. So current is lagging by 90 degree. It goes like this, and it is completed here. So this one is a voltage and current. Current is exactly lagging, the lagging angle phi equal to 90 degree here. Clear? So this is a circuit diagram, phasor diagram, waveforms. Clear? Here you can denote it's a voltage, it's a current. Current is exactly lagging by 90 degree by voltage. Clear? So now we are going to find the power. The power of the pure inductor circuit. So I am writing here the power. We know that power P equal to the instantaneous value of voltage, instantaneous value of current. Voltage into current is the power. Clear? So I am taking instantaneous value. So now V equal to Vm sin omega t into I equal to, we know that I equal to Im sin omega t minus 90. It's a current instantaneous value. Clear? So now here Im Vm is constant. Vm Im is a constant, and sin omega t. Next here sin omega t minus 90. Why we written here sin omega t minus 90? That comes from minus omega t. Minus cos omega t is a, we converted sin omega t minus 90. Clear? So this much value is, we already know, that is minus cos omega t. Clear? Now we can multiply, we can take here minus Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t, sin omega t into sin omega t cos omega t value. So now we are going to convert that sin omega t and cos omega t, we are converting, that is minus Vm Im, and I am multiplying 2 by 2 here. Clear? 2 by 2 means it is 1. Actually 1. This into sin omega t cos omega t. Sin omega t into cos omega t. Here I am taking 2 here minus Vm Im by 2. So here 2 comes here means 2 sin omega t cos omega t. 2 sin omega t cos omega t means sin 2 omega t. Clear? 2 sin omega t cos omega t equal to sin 2 omega t. Now here minus Vm by, you can write Vm by root 2 and Im by root 2. 2 equal to 2 into root 2 into root 2. So I am taking this value. Clear? Vm by root 2 means RMS value, V RMS value and I RMS value into sin 2 omega t. Here omega means 2 pi f. Here omega means 2 pi f. Here 2 is already multiplied by 2. So 2 into this f means the frequency is doubled. We are telling frequency is doubled and the value is minus Vrms Irms into double the frequency is a power. We know that a sine waveform, it's a sine waveform with double the frequency of applied frequency. Here applied frequency is this applied frequency. Here frequency is doubled and the average value of a sine wave, we know that average value of a sine wave is 0. Average value of a complete sine wave is 0. Clear? So the power becomes here 0. Average value of a complete cycle becomes 0. So power we can take it as 0. Or from the phasor diagram also we can say the power equal to, already we discussed, power equal to voltage and current and the cosine of the angle between voltage and current. Clear? Voltage, current and cosine of the angle between voltage and current is the power. We already discussed. So here angle between voltage and current is 90. So cos 90 is 0. So 0 into this much value, that becomes again 0. So power in the pure inductance or power in the coil, pure coil is 0. From the mathematical or from the phasor diagram, it is proven that power in the pure inductor is 0. So we are going to draw the power waveform also. So based on this answer, we are going to draw the power waveform. So now I am going to draw the power waveform. So power, we know that this is a multiplication of voltage and current every time. So every time is here one voltage 0. So this power also 0. Here current is 0. So power is 0. So this is an interval for power. Here voltage 0, again power becomes 0. Here current is 0, again 0 will come. Again here voltage 0. So this is an interval. I drawn here intervals for in all the 0 point. Now I am going to draw the power waveform. So here positive voltage, negative current. So I am going to draw positive, negative power. Clear? Positive, negative power. Next positive power. Clear? Next positive, negative, again negative power. Again positive or not, negative, answer should be positive. Negative into negative, positive. Here positive, negative should be negative. Again positive, again positive, negative, it should be negative. Like goes. So now the double the frequency, what I said, the double the frequency you can observe. So here the voltage waveform completes one cycle. That means supply voltage completes one cycle here. The power cycle completes two cycles. It is very clear. Voltage waveform completes one cycle. That time the power cycle completes two cycles. That is called as double the frequency. So now the double the frequency is a power waveform. the average power is 0. By seeing the graph also you can judge the power value. So how much positive area in the waveform, the same area of negative waveform also. So it cancels each other. Negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. The average value should be 0. So from the graph also this proven the power is 0. So these are waveform, voltage waveform, current waveform and the power waveform. This one is called as power waveform. So we studied from a inductor, we supplied one voltage, so we found the current expression. From the current expression we drawn the phasor diagram and the waveforms. From the expression we found the power also. So power also we calculated, that is becomes 0 in the pure inductance. Clear? And also we proven in the graph also or the waveform also the power may becomes 0. So this is a AC through a pure inductance only circuit. Here we want to remember one point is XL, that is the opposition offered to the flow of AC current, that is inductive reactance measured in ohms. Actually it is omega L, omega is 2 pi f. So omega L, that is a inductive reactance. Clear? 2 pi fl. It varies with respect to our frequency, because here XL equal to 2 pi fl is much ohms. Here for 50 Hz some value will get, for 100 Hz some different value. So inductive reactance is varies with respect to frequency. When frequency increases, the inductive reactance also directly increases. Clear? So that whenever the supply frequency increases, it offers more resistance. Clear? More opposition. So whenever supply frequency increases, it offers more resistance or more opposition, so current may be reduces. Clear? Similarly, whenever frequency reduces, the inductive reactance also reduces, so more current may flow. Clear? So it is directly depends upon our frequency value. So in the DC the frequency is 0. So whenever frequency is 0, XL, inductive reactance becomes 0. So in DC circuit, suppose we given here DC supply, the inductive reactance opposition is becomes 0. There is no inductance in the DC circuit. Clear? In the DC circuit, remember, in the DC circuit there is no inductance because frequency is 0. So all the inductive characteristics comes in AC only. Clear? Very important. So that is inductive reactance opposition to the alternating current. So that value is XL equal to 2 pi fl or omega L is much opposition offered to the flow of AC current. Clear? So this is AC through a pure inductance only. Thank you.